Penny and Kobe. So I played against Kobe's father in Italy.
Okay.
And that's when I first met him. He was about 10 years old. And I didn't see him from that year that I played in Italy. I didn't see him again until he was a junior in high school. His father brought him to that's the year we were in the finals against Houston. And his father brought Kobe, Jelly Bean brought Kobe to the game. And now I'm looking at him, he's 6'6", same height as me. And he's telling me, man, you know, I'm thinking about coming straight into the NBA out of the 11th grade.
Yeah.
Wow. And so I hadn't seen him, you know, followed him or whatever, but I'm like, man, this dude crazy. talking about he's going to jump to the NBA in the 11th grade. I remember now he looked up to Penny.
Yeah.
So the next year I see his press conference that he's going to college and going to enter the draft. At that time, Magic Johnson used to have his Magic's Midsummer Nights.
That little event out here in L.A.
Right. Charity game and all of that, right? All the
Baron
parties.
Davis took over.
Right, Baron and Pete Pierce took that over.
Yeah.
So all the guys, you know, and all the big stars would come out and play in that. So Penny was playing in it, and Magic put Kobe was just getting ready to come into the league, put him on the other team.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, in the All-Star game and, you know, in a charity game like that, everybody just having a good time, putting on a show for the fans. Kobe was going at Penny's rack.
Yeah, he took it serious.
Yeah, he took it serious, and he was talking crazy, and so Penny was like, you know, kind of like, damn, okay. So I remember he circled the calendar the following season. When he came back to training camp, he was like, I can't wait till we play the Lakers. I'm gonna go at that young boy.
Yeah.
He tried to embarrass me at Magic's thing when we was all trying to take it easy.
Cause how many years was Penny older than Kobe at that time?
I think maybe 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And so this had to be 90. I think Kobe was drafted in 96. So this was going into the 96, 97 season. It was that summer going into that.
Okay.
And I think Penny came in the league in 94.
Okay.
So maybe 2 or 3 years ahead.
So this is prime Penny.
Prime Penny.
Yeah.
And when we played him, you know, Kobe wasn't playing, so he didn't get a chance to really go at him. But that was Kobe's mentality. Whether we were playing Jordan, you know, anybody else who was supposed to be that guy, he was gonna test you and try to get a piece of you.
What up? It's your boy back again. Marlo knows basketball and Marlo knows boxing. Back at y'all with another one. Man. A lot of people don't know about this rivalry between Kobe and Penny, man. A lot of people don't know about this. And Penny Hardaway in particular definitely will go to his grave with a vendetta against Kobe Bryant, because he feels like Kobe took his spot. When Shaq went to Los Angeles. That's not the case. It's not the case. Penny, you just weren't as good as Kobe. You just weren't as good. Penny Hardaway, don't get me wrong. Penny Hardaway was an all-time great player. He was an all-time great player. He should be a Hall of Famer. But when it comes to Kobe being Bryant, he wasn't on that level. Penny Hardaway, no doubt, was a beast. Was first team All-NBA his second year in the league. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. At all. He was definitely top notch. But he still wasn't on Kobe. That just shows you how great Kobe was, because Kobe was even better. Shaq couldn't get it done with Penny, but he got it done with Kobe. Now, once again, don't get me wrong. You know, the Orlando Magic, as a kid, they're who made me love basketball. I got into basketball based on Shaq and Penny. But to say that that for Penny to, and I know Penny feels this way. He feels like he got his spot taken by Kobe, and he was the same caliber of player of Kobe. He was not. He was not. I mean, let's look at the numbers, man. Let's look at the numbers. In 1995, when they made it to the finals, Penny was a first-team All-NBA player. Yes, he was. Arguably the best guard in the league. I feel like he probably was the best guard in the league at that time. He was averaging 20 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. 20 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. And at that time, that was good for... He had an argument for being the best guard, shooting guard or point guard in the NBA. But Kobe Bryant, in the year 2000, which was Kobe Bryant's least productive year as an NBA champion, put up better numbers than that. Kobe put up 22 points a game, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. So he's averaging 2 more points than Penny Hardaway did. And he's averaging the same amount of rebounds. And only 1 less assist. So in my book, that's the same or better numbers. That's the same or better numbers. And that's a 21-year-old Kobe Bryant. And we're comparing that to a 23-year-old Penny Hardaway. Now, if we want to compare them the same age versus the same age, it get a little nasty. And when I say it gets a little nasty, I want to bring up Shaq once more. You know, Shaq, obviously, he's the common denominator in this. He played with both players, and this is why they're compared, because they both played with Shaq. One guy and Kobe won 3 championships with Shaq. Penny Hardaway, of course, won finals appearance and no championships. Shaq leaves, goes with Kobe, wins 3. However, we have to look at Shaq in this picture right now. We have to look at Shaq in this picture right now. This is Shaq rapping to Kobe, telling him how does his ass taste after Kobe lost in the 2008 finals. Shaq always acts like he has all this love for Kobe, man. It's fake love. It's fake love. And we all know it. Shaq was asked the question, and I believe this was after Kobe's passing. He was asked the question, or someone said something to him saying that Penny was great, but he was not as good as Kobe. And Shaq had the nerve to disagree. He had the nerve to disagree and try to say that Penny was on Kobe level or better than Kobe.
Penny wasn't as good as Kobe. Like, let's be honest. Penny was not going to be a top 3 player.
Penny got injured. Penny had knees.
Oh, you sure about that?
Can you say Penny could have been a top 3 player of all time? Because that's what Kobe is.
Yes. If he didn't get injured, yes. Oh, hold on. Penny came in like that.
Penny was a dog.
Hold on. Penny came in like that. It took Kobe maybe 2.5 years to get to that level. Penny came in, he was already like that.
Yeah.
First year he came in, we went to the finals. Penny was cold, and that's why I always tell people, he was Kobe before Kobe. People give me flack like that, say he couldn't have turned out, but if he wouldn't have got injured, he'd definitely be up there. Definitely. Hey, Penny was a cold cat. You know it.
This is exactly why I say that Shaq shows fake love. Fake love. Come on now, Shaq. Why would you say that Penny came in like that and Kobe took a couple years to get like that, when you completely leave out the fact that Kobe was drafted at the age of 17. He turned 18 in August of 1996. He was drafted in June of 1996 at 17, turned 18 in August of 1996. He was an 18-year-old kid. An 18-year-old kid when he played his first NBA game. A 17-year-old kid when he was drafted. When you talking about Penny Hardaway was drafted in 1993 at the age of 21. And he turned 22 in July 1993. So when Penny played his first NBA game, he was a 22-year-old man. And you're comparing him to an 18-year-old kid. He's still a teen. Kobe's still a teenager at this point. Penny Hardaway is 22 years old. And you're saying that Penny came in like that when he's 22, when he plays his first game, and Kobe's 18. So now we comparing 18-year-olds to 22-year-olds. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Shaq. I mean, obviously you pushing an agenda at that point. But let's really dive into this. Let's dive into this and let's compare them at the same age. At the same age. So when Penny came in the league at 22 years old, he averaged 16 points a game, 5 assists. 5 rebounds and 6 assists. And cut that lying out, because y'all didn't win the championship his first year. Y'all didn't go to the championship his first year. Y'all went to the championship his second year. And 22-year-old Penny, y'all got eliminated in the second round. He averaged 16 points a game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. That's 22-year-old Penny. So let's look at 23-year-old Penny. 1995. This is the year you're talking about when y'all went to the finals. Y'all went to the finals and Penny averaged 20 points a game, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. Let's compare that to 22-year-old Kobe, who averaged 28 points. 28 points. Let me say it one more time. 28 points a game. 5 assists, 5 rebounds. In the year 2000, Kobe was only 21. That's an age that Penny was still in college. And he averaged 22 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. So he's putting up Penny numbers. Penny couldn't put up the numbers that 22-year-old Kobe put up if his life depended on it. That was never gonna happen. 22-year-old Penny versus 22-year-old Kobe is a wash. The best version of Penny that you got can't compete with 2001, aka 22-year-old Kobe. But you sitting up here talking about Penny came in like that. Penny came in. No, he didn't. He came in averaging 16 points a game, and he was getting playing time. Kobe was on the bench. Del Harris had Kobe on the bench for the first 2 years of Kobe's career. And Penny was able to start and play and do whatever he wanted under Brian Hill. I mean, it's really no comparison, Shaq. Why you trying to say that Penny came in like that and Kobe took a couple years? But you don't mention the fact that Penny was a whole 4 years older than Kobe when he came in the league. That part just doesn't matter, I guess. Context just doesn't matter. The fact that Kobe didn't get any playing time doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. But if you compare both players at the same age, you compare 21-year-old Kobe. 21-year-old Kobe put up better numbers than any version of Penny Hardaway. Any version. 21-year-old Kobe, the year 2000, 22 points a game, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. That's better than any version of Penny. And then when you go to 22-year-old Kobe, which is the same age as Penny Hardaway when he was drafted, Kobe's putting up 28 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Way better numbers. Those are MVP numbers right there. Penny Hardaway could only dream of those numbers. I love Penny. He was first team All-NBA in 95. And he was a big reason why the Magic went to the finals that year. I love Penny. but Penny ain't on Kobe level in no way, shape, or form. And by Shaq saying that, that just proves that Shaq still has animosity for Kobe. Still has animosity for Kobe, man. All this love, all this fake love that he tries to pretend like he's showing, nah, in the back of his mind, he still ain't got no love for that man. And he knows it. Shaq's still mad that Kobe was able to replace him with Pau Gasol, who was barely a top 5 big man at the time and still went to 3 straight finals and won back-to-back championships. You are replaceable, Shaq. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in the box to the left. Go ahead and fly to Miami. Because all we need is a decent big man and we getting back-to-back championships. And that showed why Kobe is greater all time than Shaq. I don't even know. Anybody that says Shaq is greater all time than Kobe, you're just a hater and you don't know nothing about basketball and you just hating. You just hating. You weren't watching. You weren't watching. Because he replaced that man with Pau Gasol and won back-to-back championships. Shaq replaced him with D Wade, and only won one. Only went to 1 finals. And then Shaq had prime Steve Nash. Still couldn't get it done. Then after that, he had prime LeBron James. Still couldn't. Come on, man. Come on, man. We already seen Kobe already proved this point. So we can move on from that. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the Kobe versus Penny thing, Penny was definitely bitter. And it's his own fault, man. You got to watch who you dissing. He dissed a 15, 16-year-old kid who he thought was nobody, who became a legend. And you dissed him. And that stuck with him. And you got mad because he cooked you at a basketball camp. You got mad because he cooked you. And that ain't the only time that he cooked you. Y'all see, you've seen them on the way to their first championship. You seen Shaq on the way to his first championship, and you knew it was because he had a player that was better than you. And he shows you in game 2 of the second round of the playoffs in the year 2000, the first championship that the Lakers won. Kobe shows you. He showed you why he different. You not him. And you never could be.
Hardaway having a big game going up, deflected. Shaq got a hand on it. Ron Harper slows it down, and a chance to play for the last shot. Suns by 1.
They're going to take it off the dribble. This is it now. Game's on the line. You're down 1.
And Kobe Bryant at the point on a 1-4 offensive formation. Kobe Bryant pulls up for the shot and hits the basket with 2.6 to go, giving the Lakers the lead. What a heroic basket by Kobe Bryant.
And get off a decent shot. Now keep an eye on this now. He's surveying it. He's got Jason Kidd. Now just watch. He's right up in there, and the second man coming up was too late.
Kobe Bryant with 15 points made the biggest basket of the year for the Lakers, who are threatened here at home.
Tell me a little bit about that shot.
Well, I just brought the ball up the court, and I looked up at the clock, and had enough time to kind of keep the floor spread and penetrate, get into the gap, see if I could create something. And fortunately, I hit the shot.
Penny, you had your chance. Penny, you had your chance. You didn't even want to guard him. You let Jason Kidd guard him. Why you didn't want to guard him? Because you knew you couldn't. You knew you couldn't. You had no chance. And that's why you let Jason Kidd guard him. You sat there and watched him cook your team. Cook your team. Y'all had a chance to steal home court advantage in game 2 of the second round of the playoffs in the year 2000. Y'all had a chance to steal home court advantage. Y'all up by 1. And y'all watched this kid that you dissed. This kid that you dissed. And you didn't think was going to be anything. And he is the one that hits the game-winning shot. I mean, Penny Penny is he's admitted that he felt like this should have been him. This should have been him winning these championships with Shaq. But the bottom line is he shouldn't even feel that way, because it's not Kobe versus Penny in this whole grand scheme of thing. I know y'all both played with Shaq, but the thing is, Kobe won championships without Shaq. He won championships without Shaq. It wasn't Shaq. He didn't need Shaq to win championships. He just needed a decent big man. He needed an all-star big man to get it done. That's all he needed was to get it done. An all-star big man. He did the same thing. He did almost the same exact thing that he did with Shaq with Pau Gasol. And Pau Gasol was arguably a top 5 big man at the time. So it wasn't just Shaq, bro. Penny needed Shaq. Kobe didn't need Shaq. Penny needed Shaq to be relevant. Kobe didn't. And once again, man, you gotta watch who you dissing. You dissed Kobe when he was a 15-year-old kid, 16-year-old kid in high school, and you treated him like he was nothing. And now, compared to him, you're nothing.
What most people don't know is our story goes back when I met you
in Orlando.
Right. You guys were playing the Pacers in the playoffs in '94, and I came to a game, and Penny back then was my role model, and I looked up to him quite a bit. I asked to take a picture with him. He kind of brushed me off.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I came to you, asked to take a picture, and you were like, "Yeah, come here, young fella. Yeah, where you from?"
I remember that.
And that's when it's the first time I met you.